What's going on, everybody? I'm Scorecard Joe, here with DeFi Sean, Mr. Pixels, Rumble Matt, and Mike, the Kryptonaut. Guys, if you're new to the channel watching this on YouTube, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, and comment down below if you're watching this afterwards. If you subscribe, hit the notification bell, put that bad boy on the wall. If you're listening to this or watching this on Twitter, all you gotta do is hit the follow button, and you'll be good to go. Nice, easy, and simple.
What's up, everyone? Glad to be back for another Moon Monday. We got all the crew here again. It's awesome. What's up? Looking forward to the show.
Hey guys, how's it going? Another Moon Monday. Looking forward to what we've got cooking and what's coming. It's just a matter of time. We're slowly building it up.
Hello, Moon ladies and Moon boys.
What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Moon Monday. As Joe said, hit that like button, subscribe button, comment down below, and share with everyone. We are streaming across YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. We're absolutely everywhere, getting bigger and bigger by the week. Now, first things I do want to start off with is addressing some FUD that was happening in the chat yesterday. I don't know if you remember, Joe, but on Phoenix Fridays, every single week, we literally did a whole segment where we would address FUD straight on. It's what we do at Infinaeon, or previously Operation Phoenix. We don't shy away from anything. Anytime someone has something to say or feels a certain type of way, we always address everything head on. And last night's discussion was about the chart. Now, I'm sure everyone here has something to say about it, but I'm just going to kind of give my thoughts real quick. But unfortunately, when it comes to any crypto project, the success of that project a lot of time is judged by the chart and how good or bad that chart's doing. Unfortunately, pretty much in every situation, especially in ours, we can't control the chart. That's the one thing that we can't control. The one thing that we can do is set up deals, set up partnerships with marketing companies, other tokens, different things like that, which we are doing. Show up pretty much every single day for lives. This week, we're going to have multiple lives and spaces per day because of our partnership with Growthy. Tomorrow, I believe at around noon or 2 UTC, around that time, we have our first spaces with some other projects where we're really going to kind of kick off everything and really start getting the name Infinaeon out there. So doing our lives, doing our spaces, getting our partnerships, and just growing the brand and continuing to move forward. Of course, we'll touch on it in a little bit with LunarPump and different things like that we have coming up. So everything that we can do, we are 100% doing. I know Matt can probably touch on this after I'm done here in 1 second. But like, for instance, they had a wallet yesterday, I believe, Matt, come up in a second and correct me if I'm wrong. I think they bought in at 12,000, sold at 6,000. That's what really, really hurt the chart. Again, there's nothing we can do about that. There's no gifted tokens or team tokens out there that are being dumped. Feel free to check the blockchain, check the chart. It's definitely not happening. Again, it's one thing we can't control. But maybe, Matt, let's start off with you. You can kind of address that situation and some different things going on. And then we can kind of go around the room and let kind of everyone, I guess, give their opinion on the situation.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much hit it, right on the head. I mean, there's only so much we can do. We started with OPHX, so we had a bunch of people that come in as low as 100K when we launched. We had the big pre-sale. We give the bonuses. We give all that. That stuff we can't control. That was stuff we needed to do to get to where we are now in the development stage and what we've built. That's stuff that is just part of any project. You're going to have people sell. You're going to have people buy. You're going to have people take extreme losses for whatever reason. Don't really understand that. Like the guy we were talking about the other day, spent over 12K on the chart after launch. This was not pre-sale. This was not anything else. Spent 12K after launch, sold his bag for 6K. That kind of stuff we can't control. That's not on us. That's not on the investors. That's not on anybody besides the person that did that. But that being said, volume is volume. We need volume to be seen. We need volume to move. So in a way it helps, but yeah, everybody's unhappy with the way it looks right now, but this is just the start. We're not a meme. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, and I think to touch on that as well, like I was saying to Sean a little earlier too before the show that sorry, I'm trying to shut off this fan here so it's not buzzing behind me. But for us, like, it makes absolutely kind of no difference to what we got to do. Like we were saying, if it's at a 40 million market cap or if it's at a 5K market cap, our job doesn't change. We still got to get up every day, grind it out, do the same thing, deliver, and just keep doing it. So like, the alpha's always coming. Everybody kind of knows that. Everybody's kind of become accustomed that there is always something going on behind the scenes. And, the guy in the chat yesterday was an outlier. Like there is never really FUD in the chat at all. And, when there is, the community actually do their best to like talk the person down and be logical without like going to the extreme of kicking him out already. And the guy was actually glad that he didn't get kicked out by the end, and he kind of had come around and calmed down, because he was wondering why everybody else was so calm because the price was down. It's like, we got the conviction, dude. We know, like, what was it, over 70 million tokens staked before it even dropped? That tells you a lot. So like I said, it doesn't really make much of a difference to us. We know the work is going to continue. The guys are working always behind the scenes. We're always doing it. So it makes no odds. We know what's coming. We know what's coming down the pipe, how much hard work is going in, what deals are being made, this and that, all the things that are being built, all things that are being rolled out. Everyone in the community has seen it. So I just think it was a total outlier case. Sunday night, could have been a little alcohol involved, but it is what it is. It's whatever. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on it. I think the guy's all right. I think he kind of came around by the end, and he's a little calmer now.
Yeah, in crypto, prices go up and down. I think a lot of people, when it's up, no one really praises it. No one really gets too crazy. They just go, okay, cool. When the minute goes down, it's who can we blame or what's happening? It's always like this. It's always a huge cycle like this. I think a lot of people knows right now community. They've seen ups and downs and ups again. So it's a roller coaster. It's what DeFi is, what crypto is, the market. And when everyone's going, when the roller coaster's going up, everyone's excited. When it's going down, it's who can we yell at? Who's at fault? And people have to understand that it's only the roller coaster never goes back up if the team stops working, and the team here is continuing to work on more and more things. The roller coaster is going to go up again. It's inevitable, and when it does, people that I'm not, like I said, I don't want to say fudster because the guy just had some grievances, but people that have questions will see the result of that, and then it's gonna go back down, and then it's gonna be like, all right, who do we blame? And so it's a cyclical, I guess, is the best way to understand it. But it's I'll be honest with you, it's like I said, these guys work their butts off. Everyone works their butts off, and it's not because to keep the roller coaster down, just to push it back up again. And we got with LunarPumpFun, what we got with just Infinaeon as a whole is going to be something that I think a lot of people are going to really appreciate. For those that have been here for a while, you've seen, from just launching a token to where we are today, you've seen the differences of a team that wants to add more to the community, wants to create and build. And we're seeing that. We're seeing that in real time right here.
Yep, 100%. And, you know, everything not being extremely up on the chart, trust us, no one is more disappointed than us, but the team shows up every single day. Not only that, but just as important, probably even more importantly, the community shows up every single day. You know, they passed a comment that I can't believe everyone's happy being down. Again, no one's happy being down, including us. It's just part of the game, but we do have that conviction. As we said, there is 76.3 million tokens. Like actually compound bounty up to 7.3. So people can hop over there and race to kind of claim that bounty right now. But that's about as high as you're going to see it. But yeah, everyone here, they know what we're doing. You know, they trust us, which we highly appreciate. But yeah, we always like to address any kind of FUD, or if not FUD, just kind of negative talk. It's what we do. We don't shy away from literally anything. Now, as far as what's coming this week, we are starting our partnership with Growthy. This is going to be our first one tomorrow. It's 2 p.m. UTC tomorrow. We're going to be talking with some different panelists right here. And I believe the topic is going to be, should projects be competing or collaborating? If you know anything about me or watch my channel at all, you know where I'm going to land on that debate. We definitely should be collaborating. Our whole brand is built around collaborating, from getting people to launch on the Infinaeon blockchain to people launching on LunarPumpFun. So stay tuned for that tomorrow morning. And again, you definitely know where I'll land on that side of the debate. So very excited for that. I believe we have one the next day, and that's on top of our other spaces, whether it be with Crypto Ken. We're going to be on Meme Culture about 2 hours after this ends. I'm going to be on Meme Culture talking about Infinion and Lunar Pump. We have another space with Papa Stonks. I think Wednesday for the new token launch, which we'll be talking about in a second on Lunar Pump. We're going to try to go live on Lunar Pump and do a spaces for that, or we'll come back here, whichever kind of works better if we want to do a video format. So again, we're just getting things kicked off. Everything that we've done has basically been in-house. Now, during the pre-sale, we did a lot of Web2 advertising, but outside of that, everything has been my YouTube channel, Joe's YouTube channel, our Twitter accounts. It's all been done in-house. Well, now we've gotten to the point, market's looking pretty good. Everything is kind of getting where it needs to go for us to really start pushing to the masses. And this week kind of starts that push, and we're going to continue to push. Now, go ahead and get your questions ready. But like we said, we've been saying for probably about a few weeks now about a big project coming to LunarPumpFun this coming Wednesday. Now, the cool thing about this project is kind of the first one that's kind of built outside of our community. So pretty much everything that's launched on the platform, because again, we haven't marketed it. We're going to start tomorrow. Everything in community have been launching on there. So pretty much every token has been launched by a community member or someone extremely close to us. And it was relying on the Infinion community to kind of get behind it in order to bond it and different things like that. Well, this is kind of the first one that's being built outside of Infinion, and now we're bringing it to you guys today. So you guys hopefully see it, see the vision, and you're going to kind of want to hop on in. So we're going to go ahead and play a promo video. I can get it real quick. And then after that, we're going to bring up one of the people that are working on it behind the scenes, and they're going to tell you a little bit about it. So let's go ahead and play that promo, and we'll get... All right, so we'll go ahead and bring up Crypto to Surf. So Crypto to Surf is someone that I've been knowing for a while in the space, become pretty close to. So super excited to have you on to talk about what used to be Mystery Box, which is now Moon Girl. So what's going on, Brett? All right, Crypto to Surf, saying your real name.
You can drop my real name. It's okay.
All right.
Brett, aka Crypto2Surf. Crypto2Surf meaning I want to get wealthy in crypto so I can surf more and not be behind a computer as much. Good to see you guys. That was an awesome video, by the way. That was really cool. It's the first time I've got to see it. So that's a new project, Moon Girl, and obviously everyone's excited to be working with you guys. I'm always thoroughly impressed with how much you guys show up and have been showing up for such a long time. Y'all vested everything into this project. So it's really cool to be working with the Infinaeon team and, talking to the community again as well.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate that. Because as people know, everyone that's got behind us, we do work nonstop every single day, basically a full-time job, kind of getting Infinion and for Lunar Pump. But I kind of know you do have some bullet points, I guess you can say, to touch on for Moon Girl, what people can expect. We'll definitely share that Telegram link if we haven't, so everyone can hop over there. I want to say it's already like 300 members strong, so they're definitely growing.
Yeah, so it was introduced as Mystery Box launch, but now the cat's out the bag. It's actually Moon Girl launching on BSC, and we're going to be using Lunar Pump, which is really cool with Infinion. And the good thing about using Lunar Pump is that tokens can't be transferred until the token becomes bonded. So you're able to track everything that the devs are doing. We can't get away with any shicey stuff behind the scenes. Let's see here. Once it gets bonded, I plan to buy 15% of the token allocation, me and the team, so we can kind of control things a little bit and drive momentum. Token allocation, so we have 6% that's going to the team. 5% we're giving away to community members to help with marketing and everything. So there's all kind of cool giveaways and stuff going on in the Telegram now, and we'll continue to add those. So check them out. With only a few hundred people in there, it's not very difficult to win a good chunk of the supply. 4% for the potential liquidity pool. The team does welcome OTC offers if you would like to help raise LP funds without having to sell tokens. Let's see here. Due to transfer restrictions, like I said, all token giveaways will be distributed within 6 hours after the token bonds. Moon Girl is the first Lunar Pump token to build a community beyond its initial base, boosting visibility. Let's see. The team encourages buying and holding only what you can afford to lose, of course, aligning with the project's narrative. So don't go crazy and throw your entire life savings into a meme coin, but have a little fun. I think the narrative and the creativity and all of the designs that have gone into this thing are absolutely incredible. You just saw the video. These guys have been grinding, working really hard on the entire thing. Let's see here. Tokenomics, I just explained all that to you as well. 4% of the token supply will be locked for 5 days after the token bonds. So hopefully that'll help build the trust a little bit with you guys. Team tokens and market tokens, marketing wallets will be distributed thereafter. Tokens are held by good devs that everyone knows, me and Arcade. I'll be holding the lock supply while Arcade will be managing the marketing wallets and supply. And let's see here. Community giveaways, like we already mentioned. So all you have to do is join the Telegram group and it'll be continually updated with any new giveaways that we're doing. And make sure that you follow the X pages and websites so you can be kept updated with everything on the happenings. We plan on launching hopefully in the next coming days here. So thanks for taking a look.
Yeah, very cool. And Matt, I think this would probably be good for you to explain, but some people kind of get confused and they want to know why the dev buyer, different things might not be in lock. Can you explain to us why exactly we can't do anything until it's bonded and how exactly that works?
Yeah, so the way an EVM chain is, anybody that controls tokens or able to move tokens could immediately create a liquidity pool on that token. So like they could jump right over to PancakeSwap while it's still trading on Lunar Pump and create an LP and it start trading live on PancakeSwap before it even bonds. Um, or they can be nefarious and screw up the liquidity pool by pairing, let's say, like one token with, $1 and making the price extremely high, and then, screwing up that liquidity pool to where the token couldn't even be used, right? Without excessive, efforts the dev would have to go through to get the price match right. So stuff like that on EVMs is why we can't do that. Now your Solana, your Su, your other chains like that, they use containment systems, so it's a lot different than an EVM chain. So we're on like Pump Fund does, you can buy tokens, transfer them to different wallets. You can do all kind of stuff while it's still on Pump Fund. But that's because the containment system. So it's just a big difference with EVM, and this is what has to be done to make a launcher style setup like this, safe and secure, and the ability for the project to get off the ground.
Very cool. Well, yeah, thanks for coming by, Brett. Of course, this is going to be something that we try to do on the regular as we continue to grow the LunarPumpFun platform, kind of invite people on that are launching tokens on the platform that, we see their vision. We want to help them out, different things like that, kind of giving them a platform to talk to the whole community prior to launching or even during the launch once they're buying us. Yeah. Thanks again, Brett, for joining us. And yeah, we'll talk to you later.
Hey, thanks, guys. Take care.
Great job, Brett, man. It's looking awesome. That website is looking really good there, I have to say. I love
really, really, really cool. And Brad, don't forget, I know you left us now, but don't forget your community. Invite them to the Lunar Pump social app. Spread the word with our community and be seen.
Good call, Mike. Good call. Yes, Lunar Pump app all the way. Get on there. I'm an awful procrastinator saying that now because but if you knew the amount of accounts that I have to make content and post on, you'd be like, it's okay. But I am planning it. I know someone did mention that if there was a way, I think it was Mike, we were talking about it, to make a post on there and then you just forward it to X. I could probably do that or vice versa.
I love this.
Never work, but that'll make things very easy. But I don't know if that's something that could be done. But
Yep. That is something
possible.
that is probably coming. It's so you would make the post on this platform and it would simultaneously post it to your X account. So rather than having to maybe post on both, you can actually just post on ours and it'll simultaneously post it onto your X account. So really cool feature that should be coming. We haven't officially wrapped up the deal to kind of get that integrated, but it is one major thing that we're looking at. We got Baby Zog and Hair of Trump, the team over there. They're obviously got their hashtags trending. So just a very cool website. Again, even if you're not launching on Lunar Pump, even if you're not a part of Infinaeon, you can come show your project here to an entire community. I think we're up to about 275 active users, no bots or anything like that, active users that actually get on it and see it. So yeah, guys, we're really excited about that. And that's kind of a good segue talking about Lunar Pump. Some of the things that we kind of narrowed down that we're going to be doing here. Obviously, the Soul launch is going to be coming here sooner than later. The dev team is rocking and rolling. We're going to be doing major things like multiple different binding curves, which, Matt, this would probably be something good for you to talk on because I think it makes a difference. So we're going to be doing a 25K, 50K, and a 75K binding curve. So when you launch your token, you're going to have the choice to choose between those three binding curves. But Matt, maybe touch on why there's three different binding curves, what would be the advantages to going smaller, what would be the advantages to going bigger, and different things like that as far as the binding curves are concerned. Matt, you there?
Oh,
he's going back on his via his mobile.
I gotcha.
I just had
some issues.
You there, Matt? Can you hear us? Yeah.
Hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, I had to switch to mobile. I'm getting ready to head to my daughter's ball game. So yeah, as far as the liquidity curve and all that stuff that we're going to be, bringing, to the future updates. Some projects they wanted to be able to, start off, but to get bonded and get to the DEX a lot sooner than the other ones, right? So we're going to be able to offer that in multiple different ways, depending on what the project wants. Our outlook is around a 25K market cap for the low bond. Then you're going to step up to, I think, about a 50K market cap for the upper bond, and then a 75, I think, is what we're looking at for the upper or the high limit bonding curve. That way different projects can do different things. For your real DGN, they can jump in low market cap, get launched, get bonded, get on the decks, get going. For your more of a utility or whatever, they might go mid range or even upper range, for like the big type raises. So it's just different variances that, the devs can choose from and to make their project, how they want it.
Yep, very cool. I'm not sure. We may not be the first to market. I haven't seen anyone else do that, but yeah, really cool option. Of course, we're going to have our ICO option integrated, so you kind of have that fair launch. We're also going to have our cha-ching option, which, again, not going into too many detail, but we're going to do it a little bit differently. So on the EVM side, you get rewarded as a dev every time it bonds, 50% of that. Well, on the Solana side, we're going to change it up a little bit. And actually, the way it's going to work is bonding or not, users and developers alike will get rewarded as the platform produces revenue. Depending on what percent we choose, starting off, we'll probably be aggressive, may even be as high as 50% or higher of that revenue. We'll be getting kickback to active devs on the platform and active users on the platform. So you'll kind of hear that cha-ching function, and it'll get distributed whenever you hear that to the different users of the platform. So devs can actually start benefiting and making money on that platform without actually bonding a token. Obviously, a token bonds, that increases revenue, increases the amount of income you can make from it, but you will get rewarded pre-bonding. So really cool stuff that we're doing. Again, we're working on getting the EVM side, ICO done. Should be getting close, but we're also integrating it into Sol. And again, we brought in new devs. Took us a while to find devs we were comfortable working with, but we think we did. And they're busting up the Sol side, so we can kind of get more things going at once now to make our development even faster.
Cha-ching.
And you are going to hear that, like the old style cash register. I think audio is what we're going to be using. So every time it gets distributed, when you're on the website, you're going to be hearing the cha-ching, 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 and it means that funds are getting paid out to users in dev. So really cool function. And of course, we're already talking about it. Mentioned it on Infinaeon on Friday. Squid Grow Joe's favorite section is the videos. That might be the next thing we do, just to kind of get that on there so that people can start streaming live whenever they go ahead and launch their tokens.
Easily the best part of LunarPump.Fun. Easily. LunarPump.Fun, you guys, you can be creative. You can literally launch and name any token. We have no control over whatever token you launch, as far as what you want to name it. You can name whatever. Kanye West can name his whole album on here, his newest album, and it's fine. It's your token, your idea, your originality. And with live streaming, the only limitation would be put on the initial platform that you launch on. That'd be the only, as far as like limitations. So when we launch, if you can launch via Twitch to LunarPump.Fun or Kick to LunarPump.Fun, the limitations are on those platforms as far as what you can do. So it's gonna be really cool to see, people launching, people going live, people, communicating, because it's just the next level of social media that people, and crypto that people that are going to be combined together. We see it. We see social media and as far as live streaming connect with so many mediums. It only makes sense that the next evolution of that medium of like social media, like Twitch or Kick, would be via a crypto, DeFi. And like I said, Pump.Fun, they had it. They had it good. Of course, they're I believe they're European, and there was some rules and regulations, so they kind of yanked that. But with that said, there's a huge market that's not touched, and no one's going near it. So by us doing this would be a massive undertaking that I think will bring LunarPump.Fun to the eyes and the ears of way more people, just because they want to get on via social media. Everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to launch their own token. So we're gonna see a lot of cool things come out from that.
Are you ultimately saying that the government ultimately screwed them because of regulations? Is that it?
Oh, I mean, I think fear as well, because like I think Pump.Fun, I believe they're European, and the government was coming down on them, and they're like, hey, listen, let's get out of Dodge. We got a name. We spread enough of our message. People know Pump.Fun now. It's more household. let's get out of here. They yanked live streaming. 100% just yanked it and said, we're done. We're cool. Everything's fine. We fixed the problem. And they made their money, so they don't really care. But they, it was unmoderated. So they were just allowing whatever to do whatever. And if we have it, we're like Kick or like Twitch, and it's connected in that way. It's going to allow for a moderation that we don't have to do. We're not responsible for the live stream in that case. People launch a token, and if people get upset about a name of a token, let's say, or a message of a token, hey, that has nothing to do with us. That's the person that launched a token. So once again, we're absolved of any of that, and people can be more free to do what they want to do. Maybe little limitation from our end, against whoever launches in live streams and whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely. Trying to set up like your own, entire video platform and moderation and all that stuff, dude, nightmare. I couldn't think of anything I'd least rather want to do in my life than try to go down that road, to be honest. So just you're pretty much just subcontracting out one of those big name players already, and there's plenty of them out there already doing it. So it really is the smartest thing to do. I totally agree, in my opinion. Do it that way. Set up your account with them. You're on the hook with them. You break their rules. You break ours too, I guess. So that works great for us.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure how it would fully work. So we would have the live stream. Let's say they do something to get banned. Let's just say they do something to get banned. I still think, if I'm not mistaken, let me know. But so the live stream will be yanked. But I still think their token will be available still to buy. If I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah. So like,
yep. So it's not going to pull down their token; it would just pull down the feed.
Yeah. If
they violate any terms.
And if that happens, can we have that wasted meme that pops up when if someone gets their feed pulled, like wasted. That'd be so. I think we should try to incorporate memes as much into that kind of stuff as possible. That's what I've been trying to do as well. A lot of the Lunar Pump adverts and things like that we're making is just slip in some kind of funny memes, and that's what it's all about. But yeah, it'd be kind of funny. But we got another awesome. Sorry, go ahead, Joe.
No, I just want to say I just want to say I just thought of the idea. Okay, so obviously we none of us want anything to happen that's too crazy. I mean, MoonMonday, it was wild. With that said, anything crazy does happen brings eyes because people want to go, what's happening? What's going on? And it doesn't have to be nothing that's illegal crazy, because there are some illegal crazies happening in MoonMonday. Maybe, I mean, whatever. But it could be also just something as silly as a guy sitting on toilet until his token hits a certain market cap. And that will bring eyes to the platform. And it's something simple and it's easy and stupid, but I promise you, everyone would not either go put their eyes on the platform, and then they're going to launch and copy it, and then they're going to figure out, okay, what do I modify or do this, or I do something like this, or it's just going to be the next thing like that, and that is going to be just absolutely massive for the platform. It's just a matter of getting people to live stream comfortably with LunarPumpFun.
Yep. So super excited about that. And remember, guys, this week is going to be kind of when we starting to really promote it, going to different spaces outside of our YouTube channels, like I said, outside of our Twitter accounts. So again, remember, LunarPumpFun is a very big part of this ecosystem. It's actually one of the biggest things we're pushing to then convert people over to Infinaeon. But another little cool thing, Mr. P, that we've been working on, are we ready to share the info? Do we have the teaser for it or not?
Yeah, it should be there. It's there on the media. I got it here. I can run it here if you like. Let me see.
Yeah, let's go.
Where did I put it? There it is. All right, here we go.
Oh yeah, people have been asking for it. Now we kind of outsourced it last time. Our supplier had some issues, so we kind of brought it in house. Will not happen again. Of course, got that Under Armour Infinaeon shirt right there. No doubt going to be picking me up one of those. But it's not just Infinaeon. When you come down, you look at the different collections. Everything from Infinaeon to Lunar Pump to Moonboy. Kind of see this really cool Moonboy sweater right here. So come down, just kind of take a look at some of the different collections, but this is live right now. I know Mr. P has been busting his butt to get this taken care of, but you can go over and finally, again, I guess you can say, because once upon a time we did have one, but you can go ahead and start picking up that merch. Go ahead and subscribe with your email right here. So you have all kinds of very cool merch that everyone can kind of go check out.
Yeah, and if you click into any one of those there now, Sean, if you click into that Infinion one there, or either whichever ones, it'll bring you to the collection. So this is right now, again, another all-nighter last night trying to get this done, but I think it was worth it because obviously we got this Vegas thing coming up too, so we want to try and get some merch in the bags before we actually left. So there's pressure to get this done, but it's very much a minimum viable product right now. I just tried to get a couple of designs up for each one, but I'm going to constantly be adding new ones there, and they got some really, really nice stuff. You got that that recycled bomber jacket there. That's really nice. And then you got that Under Armour one that's got the embroidery in it. Is really nice. And they're, like I said, minimum viable product now. That's kind of the Infinion range right now. Like I said, I wanted to put a few of the solid ones up there first so we can get some orders in early. And if you go to the Moonboy one there, Sean, as well, just to give an idea.
Now I live in Louisiana, so I don't get too many cold days here, but I do love me a good bomber jacket, so I'm definitely gonna pick me up one of those. See what we got for Lunar Pump.
Really good. Yeah, so Lunar Pump. Then we just got 2 tees there for the moment, but I'm going to add because there's a lot of other accessories and stuff there. We're going to have phone cases and there's bags there. There's mugs. I'm going to add all those kinds of things here over time. But like I said, we just wanted to get it launched and get it up there. And I added a few more here from Moonboy, and I think it was Singma who's loving that one there on the top left. That was the one that he was shouting out in the chat. That one there, say when again on the top left.
Yep. From love me some. Yep.
And so that's the thing, that's the beauty with 3 different collections that we have, because the kind of idea here is we can tap into 3 kind of totally different markets, because Moonboy is obviously the official mascot, so we're going to be able to tap into we can get kind of crude and funny and silly with those ones and utilize memes and be a bit more crass on that side. And then Lunar Pump is just a bit more kind of fun, family friendly. And then you got the blockchain then, which is very kind of strict and professional and brand sensitive, particular in that regard. Obviously we'll do some cool designs for that too, but that's kind of the idea here. You can't go doing crude RAS stuff or crass stuff from the Infinion, like t-shirts or whatever, right? It doesn't really work, but Moonboy it does. So having that little range there, and we are looking at doing some competitions down the line too for all projects that would be launching on Lunar Pump, that there would be the opportunity to have a limited edition t-shirt in the store for a certain amount of time and things like that. So, and we'll help you design them. So once we start rolling out these competitions and all this kind of stuff, the merch store is going to play in. And I think me and Sean, I don't know if you had talked about it with everybody else, Sean, but as regards benefiting like the rest of the ecosystem, I know that's being discussed. I'm not sure if there's any details or where your head's at on that, or anybody, feel free to weigh in on that. But that seems to be the way the ecosystem works. Anything that generates will help everything else. But what are your guys' thoughts on that?
Yeah, so we haven't put hard numbers on it yet. Obviously, this is just going live today, but just like everything else, it's going to generate. Now, this is kind of a real world type business. So I'm going to have to pay taxes and everything on this. So of course I got to account for all that. But yeah, we will be doing, of course, everything we do some kind of way kicks back into the ecosystem. But while we're talking about Moonboy real quick, I do want to touch on Moonboy's tweet. He did just release some huge breaking news. This is just in. 90% of crypto users are still struggling with the concept that sometimes the value goes up and sometimes it goes down. So Moonboy breaking that very important news for us.
We'd be lost without him, dude. I swear to God, I go to him for profound words of wisdom daily.
That he does. But yeah, loving the collection. Again, this is our minimum viable product. It's just getting kickstarted today. We're going to continue to add it. And of course, like we said, we're in control of this one, so we're not going to have any hiccups like we did with the last manufacturer that produced our merch. And don't get me wrong, they produced some very high quality merch, but they had some issues. They had to shut down. So now we kind of just took it into our own hands, and we'll be producing our own. Need to get me my hat, need to get me my bomber jacket, need to get me my Under Armour shirt. So yeah, definitely going to be placing an order here soon. And do we have the links? Did we drop the links?
Yeah, I dropped the link in there into the main. I'll pull it up here as well. So it's store.infinaeon.com. Just go that. It's a redirect at the moment, but yeah,
very cool.
Take you there. And I think Bull's going to be adding the button and stuff to the website here very soon too, and integrating that. I think Adam will have that trigger as well, probably set up in the Telegram right now also. But it's pretty easy to remember, store.infinian.com. Joe, Mike, Matt, you guys going making a purchase? Or are you going to wait for some more products to drop?
I will definitely be buying pretty soon. I had an order in for the last merch store that I never got. So I will definitely be making that order.
Yeah.
So bad, man. Yeah, I'm waiting for two designs, or I'm waiting for a baseball shirt, and I want my slim fit long shirt, man.
Okay. I'm sourcing the suppliers right now, Mike.
I'm still waiting, and I want to have the option to get it to Europe per express. You know.
Hey, what do you guys know about baseball? I grew up in Ireland. I didn't know shit about
baseball. No, it's all about the style. You know, it's all about the style, nothing else.
Yeah,
it should look cool, and that's it. You know.
You gotta get that 42 on the back again, dude. I really like that. So yeah, I did see one that we might be able to use. So I look into it, but we could do the whole design ourselves too. From what I can see.
Yeah,
so
this is amazing.
So that'll be sweet. Joe, you going picking up some swag? I really want to get the MoonBoy gear, man. I really like that.
I was gonna say that MoonBoy gear looks insane. Like, it looks so good. Absolutely. Yeah, no, I'm the same thing, Matt. They got me too, buddy, but but I'm looking forward to this new stuff. I mean, this stuff looks really, really cool.
Click into that
I'm really
one
excited
there on
about,
top left. Sorry, Joe. I was just telling Sean, click into that one there on the top left.
Wait, which one? This one right here?
Yeah, click into that. Sorry. Go ahead there, brother. I didn't mean to cut
no, it's insane. It looks so good. I'm really excited about this merch. I really like it a lot. It's more than last time too. Like, we have more choices, more options. It looks really good. And this is the kind of stuff that you can get. And the cool thing about, especially, like I said, I like the MoonBoy one especially because it's a conversation starter. If you're gonna see that and they're gonna go, "What is that?" It looks like a video game, and then boom, you're already talking about Infinaeon with them. It looks cool as hell. I like it.
Yeah, I can't wait to do like lots of memes and stuff in there, like get really like stupid and funny with those ones. Like, it'll be a great opportunity to do that. So
yeah, so definitely go pick up your merch today. Multitude of options, and like we said, we'll continue to be adding more options, and no doubt be updating everyone as they come in. And like Mr. P said, we'll also be able to potentially collaborate with different people that are launching on Lunar Pump and different things like that to go ahead and get you some merch out and different things like that.
And also for our beloved baby Draco, don't worry, he'll be making an appearance on some shorts too, so don't sweat it.
Yep, baby Draco has never been forgotten. We'll definitely have him on there.
And of course, Wayne is part of the universe too, so he'll be flying around in that saucer, or baby Zog as he was named also.
And guys, if you have any questions, make sure to ask your questions right now. We'll be wrapping up the live stream, but we want to get as many questions as possible. Space Cat, he just asked a question about talking about bits.
So bits are coming again after the ICO. We do have a filter set up for the address that's holding all the funds. I think it's got 600 and something in it right now. Again, that's about 5% of our revenue produced so far. And the good thing is that's been produced again in-house, strictly within our network. So now we're going to be pushing it out further. We're going to be getting on Solana where there's real transactions and real volume to really, hopefully, really amp up that revenue. So bits are going to be coming. And again, until they get here, the money is safe and sound. While it could be monitored at any time, just use the filter and go check it out.
And then we got a question from Kryptonite. He asked about UK delivery. Is this thing worldwide delivery?
I believe, yes, this is worldwide.
It has to, or we get serious trouble, sir.
Yes,
You
yes,
better,
it
you
is.
better get this done, eh?
I just gotta dot my I's and cross my T's on the back end there, but it is. I don't know if there's some extra forms or something that may need, or some boxes to be checked, but I'm gonna double check. But yes, I have used the same site before for other projects. And yeah, it was worldwide. They do have worldwide option for sure.
Let's see. Will the merch store have it to where we can use credit cards? I see it's PayPal only currently.
Yeah, that might require a little back setup, so we will have that option for sure. You know, obviously we won't be able to use crypto right away, but yeah, all of those, you know, Web 2 payment apps and stuff, yeah, we'll be able to use the majority of those. So, like I said, it's MVP right now, but we'll fine tune all those things as well now here in the coming week, coming days.
Oh my God! For a second, I thought Mark Zuckerberg is wearing a shirt. The Moon Boy. Say when again? Oh, damn it!
That's from Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, I know.
Which I'm looking forward to. And a big shout out as well, man. We got like nearly 170 listeners right now across all platforms. We're streaming live on Twitch. We got one going there. We got like 4 accounts on X going, and we got 3 on YouTube going. Yeah, it's great. Shout out to everybody that's on each one. Can you see who's on individual? Have we got more than one person on Twitch yet?
No, man, that Twitch user, you were the man, dude. You were hanging in there. You were here every single week, and you were representing us on Twitch.
You're gonna get the first piece of merch if you show yourself.
Yeah, he's committed. Always got that one Twitch user just hanging in there. And 100 up to 174. Again, invite everyone. Now this one's gonna be coming to a close. For those that have any questions, go ahead and get them asked. I will be on meme culture in about 2 hours and 9 minutes, of course, talking everything Infinaeon and Lunar Pump. My voice is already starting to kind of go out, so need to keep whatever I need to keep my voice going, because I definitely have a busy talking week ahead of me.
Yeah, they got a very hectic schedule. I can see that coming down the pipe. Yeah, so for sure, rest up. And I was just going to say too, the other great thing about the merch as well is it gives us a lot. You know, it gives us access to, like I said, a whole other market outside of Web3, right? Which, you know, you just do good T-shirts. People wear them because they just like the style, they like the design. They don't really, even if they're not into crypto. And you know, it also gives us an opportunity to have cool, awesome prizes that, you know, rustle up our brand, and you know, that we can flag out to people as well for stuff like that, you know. And it just allows for loads more community engagement as well, because you can have competitions, you can have, like I mentioned earlier, you can have projects that are battling it out to like get a limited edition t-shirt on the web store for a week, and like all those kinds of things, you know. Crack that Red Bull, Sean. Yes, sir. I love it.
I will, no doubt. I actually didn't have time today to get my Crypto Over Rebel episode out. It's actually going to be a Infinion-centric episode this week. Try to get to it tomorrow. If not, it'll definitely be out Wednesday. But I'm going to be on talking Infinion, not just a crypto market update this week. So stay tuned for that. But yes, I will be popping open those Red Bulls.
Dude, you're going to be in an early grave from all those Red Bulls, dude. You got to wait.
I'll minimize it today. I actually didn't drink one today. I used to drink, like, when I first started flipping houses like 7-8 years ago, when I was really hands-on, I was drinking like 2 or 3 a day. I had to cut that out. I definitely minimized myself to stay under like the daily allowance of caffeine per day. So while I do love my Red Bull, I definitely minimize myself these days.
Yeah, man, I see people drinking those. Do you drink the small cans? Like, is it those little small ones, or do you get the big ones still? I see people drinking those Monster fucking energy.
So the 12 ounces, typically the biggest I go. I try to do the 8 ounces though, but 12 ounces, I don't drink those like 22 ounces or whatever they are. Yeah. I don't go that crazy, because at that point you might as well drink 2 or 3 of the regular size ones. So yeah, I try to minimize myself to 12 ounces a day, or every other day, different things like that.
One of my best friends drinks that, and I swear, after he drinks, his hands start doing this.
Oh,
I'm like, dude, look at your body. It's telling you like it's not working, bro. Like cut out. And every day he'll drink one, and I swear to you, after he's drinking it, his hands is like this.
He's over
Every day. Gonna blast his heart out.
Yeah, I actually do drink that. My wife pretty much makes me drink it. She's into all your natural remedies and different things like that. So I'll definitely be putting up some hot honey and lemon drink for sure.
There he is, Mr. Flips. That's our Twitch guy, right?
Oh, Mr. Flips is on point every single week, the whole episode, every single week from beginning to end. I do not see that number move. So yeah, everyone go over there and join Mr. Flips, and let's kind of start growing that base over on Twitch.
Now, hold on. Does anyone know what the avatar, what cartoon that avatar is from? Do you guys know?
Not off the top of my head, I don't.
It's bringing him.
Of course,
Very Odd Parents. Oh, dude, Very Odd Parents, boys.
Nerd, you nerd.
Remember it now. Dude, I watch all those cartoons with my kids. I like nonstop, and
Johnny Bravo and all that shit.
Oh man, I love Johnny Bravo. I love Johnny Bravo. But yeah, that's Very Odd Parents. I was watching it literally the other day with my kids because I used to watch it years ago, and then my kids are all watching it. It's one of those things where you sit down and you zone out with them.
Hey guys, you know what we should do? Maybe next week we'll talk about it. We'll let you know for sure. Maybe again, we're getting more reach, but let's just kind of try something. Maybe next Monday we only stream on Twitch. Get their accounts created. Maybe do something like that to kind of really start driving the traffic to Twitch because it's such a big platform, and we definitely want to get seen on there. So maybe one of the episodes coming up, we can do a Twitch only stream.
Or how about this? Only the people on Twitch can win a piece of merch.
There you go. That's a good option. So we don't, because again, you don't want to minimize our viewership. So that's a good idea too. Get that Twitch account created. We can maybe give away some free merch. I like it. Stay tuned. Yeah, we'll talk about it this week, and next MoonMonday we'll come up with maybe a competition to get people over on Twitch watching it.
We got another NFT question here, but yeah, number one priority right now, DLD Crypto is getting the ICO and V2 version and Solana launched for LunarPump, and as soon as that is out and ready, bits are pretty much right there next on the list as far as I'm aware. So yeah, they're coming.
And again, go into the Telegram, use the filters. Mr. P, tell them what the filter is.
Yeah,
but we do have the wallet that's holding the profit, so you know exactly what the profits are, and you just so everyone can monitor it.
Yeah, if you go into the Telegram, you just type /bits and it'll pop up, and there's a little tagged on there. You'll see a blue here. It says if you want to see the wallet and what it's holding, just click here, click that. It'll prompt you to give it permission to open a web page, and it'll bring you right to the Explorer there to see that wallet.
Yeah, unfortunately on this platform, TikTok is not an option to simulcast. That's one of the first questions that we were looking into. That will probably be something we just have to just go live on TikTok. But it's definitely a medium that we need to get on for sure. I wish we can definitely include it in here. That'd be awesome if we can simulcast it on TikTok. But yeah, we're definitely going to look into it, and we'll get up some live streams. We definitely need to do that on TikTok because it's such a big user base. What are they? 170 million users or something crazy like that?
Yeah, it's nuts. And you know what? Maybe when we're in Vegas, we could just live stream from TikTok to kind of man on the street thing. If we're doing that, maybe that might be a good opportunity. That's what TikTok's all about, anyway, right? That's the format that gets the most traction. Anyway, that kind of delivery, right?
Yeah, that might be a good option for sure. I like it.
I'll be fucking around there for a few days. Might as well do something, I suppose.
Yeah, might as well get some work done.
Yeah.
Yep. And then, unfortunately, I can't make Vegas. I know this year there's not too many US. It's hard for me to leave the country. I got 2 little kids. I really don't I don't really want to go to Dubai and different things like that. But I know next year I plan on pretty much anything that's domestic. I definitely want to be at. Do we know where the Bitcoin one's going to be next year? I think it was in Nashville prior. Do we know where Bitcoin's going to be next year? I don't think they've announced it yet. It'd be awesome if it was in New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. Like, if it's anything America, I'm in. If it's not America, it's like, I never left the country. Now I gotta leave the country. I don't want to leave the country. Like, it's flying for like a zillion hours on a plane, and they gotta go through the airport. Those airports and planes are a pain, man.
Dude, it's such a shit show right now. Anyway, with everything going on, it's like,
We should have
Well,
teleporters already.
That's why we got our guy Merc. He represented us at Token 2049. He actually brought us a lot of different things that we're going to be tackling coming up here soon. So huge shout out to Merc. He definitely knocked it out to park representing us in Dubai. He seems to be willing to go everywhere. So he'll be repping us not only in Vegas, but at your international ones and different things like that. So we pretty much are going to have a rep, be it myself, Mr. P, Joe, somebody, Matt, Merc in particular, going to almost all of them, talking Infinaeon and just networking and getting those different needed connections established.
Well, you know, we also got to look across the water to our European contingent here. And like we got Mike, we got Adam now is over in Europe there. You guys are close neighbors now. I know that we got Mr. Dugan. I believe he's in Europe too. So like there's anything coming up there, guys, you know, damn it, get organized, get, you know, they pop up there too. And like it'd be great to have you know, some representation at those events in Europe if we, you know, we can't make them from this side, but having it locked down on both continents there would be awesome. So building up that European contingent would be pretty sweet.
Absolutely. Guys, once again, if you have any questions, let us know. We'll be ending it soon. You know, in the live stream, the next one's going to be on Infinaeon Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, just let you guys know when we're having our next live stream. Got a lot of European people. Wow, look at that.
Yeah,
Mike,
we have a pretty big European base for sure. So and also again, a couple hours we'll be on meme culture. As Joe said, Infinaeon on Friday. We may pop up on here maybe like Wednesday for the Moon Girl launch. We'll see. We'll definitely keep everyone posted. Exciting launch that we can't wait for. Again, if you're not part of the Moon Girl community, hop on over there. At the very least, there are people asking questions about LunarPumpFun in that chat. You can help answer some of those questions, even if you maybe don't have the funds to get in. Because again, it's not all about putting your money into the ecosystem. It's also about helping us, you know, explain different things to people. But being over there, helping explain LunarPumpFun to the people that have never witnessed it or used it before, that would be extremely helpful as well.
Yeah, man, more and more people popping up here all the time. I'm in Europe too. Mike, got to get organized back there. Adam, if you're still listening, come on, bro. Get it together back there. Start building that army. Boots on the ground. That's what we need all over the place. Got to dominate. Oh, Netherlands, McFlips. He's from Netherlands. Oh, there we go. Yeah. All Europeans. That's great. That's awesome.
And Infinaeon Jim's from New York. I'm originally from New York, man. And man, you're not lying. It is. You can't. It's crazy in that state. You guys. So my brother still lives in. A lot of my family still lives in New York. My brother specifically, because he wants to get involved in crypto, and he can't. And I know you probably can't either. You can't do like a Crypto.com account. You have to do through Coinbase. You can. They won't let you create a Crypto.com account in New York. How crazy is that, dude? For some ungodly reason, even though the mayor was like, "Oh, we're gonna be the Bitcoin estate," blah blah. Yeah, that was all a lie. That dude's a clown. But like, hopefully, New York gets it together as far as the regulations on crypto.
Yeah, and I think I saw something pop up there as well recently that they were trying to, I think it was in surprise the UK, where they were trying to basically, if anybody has a wallet, like they have to register it with the government, and like there has to be a name attached to the wallet and all this.
I heard about that.
Whether it's going to get through or not is another thing, but like that's the thing about these motherers is they never stop. They never stop just chipping away, trying to make your life a little less free every day, just so they can bring in more regulation and this and that, and just slow you down and hinder it all, and take a little bit of your right here and a little bit of your right there. But yeah, I don't think that's going to happen where we're at. But right now, anyway.
They wanted to, so if you create multiple accounts, you got to register every single one with them. They're trying to pass. It's not going to pass. That's crazy. I heard about that too. Like if whatever accounts you have registered, even so, if you make like a MetaMask and you make like 5 accounts, they want you to register all 5 accounts, and it's based on the honesty system. So it's like right? You can be like, I only have 1 account. We're good, buddy. Yeah, you make like a blank account, send it to them.
It's like good looking forcing that, guys. You know.
Yeah. It's crazy though, like that the fact they're trying to do that though. Yeah.
Yeah, just to be so brazen about it, it tells you how little they actually know about decentralized blockchains to think that they would actually even try to do something like that. And that's the same thing here. Like, you're dealing with people that are writing laws and like all these regulations. Man, they don't even know how half this technology works. Some of them couldn't set up an email for you. Like, so it's like, these are the people that are writing the laws and regulations and stuff they do not understand at all, even in the slightest. But yeah, I see that question there, Sean. No worries, Fabian. Yes, sir. We will have that. It's just minimal viable product right now, and we're going to be adding all those extra accessories and household items and anything like that in the next coming days here as we can. We just wanted to get that minimum viable product up right now. But yeah, to answer that, yes, absolutely, we will add more cups and all that kind of good stuff.
All right, everybody. Well, we're going to go ahead and end the live stream. Really appreciate everybody for coming today. Once again, next live is going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This already passed for all. It passed in the UK. I thought they were trying to push it. That's crazy, dude.
It, man. Good luck enforcing it. That's all I say.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally it's the same thing with the IRS. The IRS here in the United States, they go, "Have you sold crypto?" You just go, "No." Like, what do you mean? Why would I tell you this? Like,
and funny story in the UK and in Ireland too, you got to pay a TV license. You know that if you have a TV, and you got to pay one for every TV you got in your house, and then they send the guy around to your house asking to check that you.
I'd whip his ass. Again, I'll fight with a TV tax guy.
Like, can you imagine trying to do that for crypto wallets? Good luck. All right,
you're knocking on your door. Can I see your phone? Yeah, okay, yeah, come inside, buddy. We'll talk about that phone.
Here, let me give you my seed phrases real quick.
That's nuts. Anyway, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end the live stream. Once again, I'm Squidgo Joe, DeFi Sean, Mr. Pixels, Mike the Crypto, and Rebel Matt, and we'll see you guys on the moon.